Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is what if Jack Rosefield was in Ruby part 4, I believe. But before we start the episode off, we're going to run some a little bit of update for my other series that I've made and stuff like that. Now I'm still working on the movie, the What If movie. So I don't know when it's going to be out, but it will be out when I get all the story together in my head where I want to take the What If. Then I'll start recording it. But right now I'm in creative phase into making that What If movie. Now my Dark Hair Deku will. I think I got something for that. I'm still thinking on what I'm gonna do with the series with that one. I have an idea, but that's for later in the series. So I need to come up with some a couple good things in the beginning. So basically, like part of the what if will be during his child days, and the other part there will be sorry, and then he'll do the whole grown up thing, and the rest of the series will be when he's older. So I'm thinking of having him go on a little, like, a little, dark kid Link adventure, like in Ocarina of Time. But I'm just need to come up with an idea for it. So that's pretty much about that. Where we last left off, where he was told that he was going to have to go to a one of those fancy parties that rich people like to throw around a lot. So as she told him that she had his clothes that he'll be wearing for the event on his bed, as Izuku goes to his room, as he gets up the stairs, as he opens the door, as he sees a alright looking outfit for her to go to this party he has to go to. Now it took me forever to find some sketches on a something that he would be wearing. So this is basically what he'll be wearing. You know, don't that's the outfit. It's going to be implied here, but the sleeves are long sleeves. They're not cutoffs or whatever. They're half sleeves or whatever. They're full sleeves. So the sleeves goes all the way to his wrist. That's the only difference between the picture and what I want for the what I want him to look like, clothes wise. It's 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 nice enough to be going to parties, but it's also he's also be combat ready if something happens. Oh, and I'm also changing a little detail about the Ripper trigger before we continue on. When he turns it on, a a dark purple aura appears in front of him, or he emanates this purple aura. That's how you could tell he's in his trigger state, is when he's emanating some sort of purple like aura around himself. His aura has two colors, and color wise, is a purple and reddish aura that emanates from him when he's in his trigger mode, or the Ripper trigger when he activates the Ripper trigger mode, or whatever I call it. I don't remember what I actually called it. I think I called it a Ripper trigger. That's enough about the Ripper trigger. Um, I also was trying to get her Wise's last name down properly. So I might not pronounce it correctly. I think it's called like Schneeze or something like that. I'm not very familiar with a lot of their family background. I've only gaped into Roby a little bit. Got to a few seasons. I'm rewatching. I have to rewatch a lot of it because I have to keep. I have to know where the story goes. So would make no sense to make a what if about the anime that I can't don't know where the story goes. So I got enough content or in my head to know what goes on to a certain point. Then I'll have to finish where I left off. Hey, before we continue, I'm changing when Wheeze gets her when she got her scar on her I think on her right side of her face. Her right near her the scar she has around her eye. I think the forehead, I don't remember where exactly on her face the scar was. I know it was like near the eye. And what I remember, I think it was a training incident in canon. But in this, what if I'm changing that? So I'm just let you guys know that I am changing how she got her scar. So give you guys ahead of time so you don't, or get confused. As Izuku's been on the nice piece of clothes that he has to go to, well, put on for the little thing I'm gonna have him do. As he gets his knock on the door, as his aunt walks in, let me get a good look at you, nephew. As she, that will do. Oh, before you have to go, be careful. Be careful of the Schnee family. They have ties with Atlas. The Schnee family has 3 kids. The youngest, I've been told he's quite a brat. Well, I don't know if sorry, I don't know if that's her little brother or sorry, Weiss is the middle child. I really don't know, but it doesn't matter. We'll continue it. As then you have the first the firstborn Winter Schnee. Then you have the second daughter, Weiss Schnees. Sneeze, not sneeze. Schnees. Yeah, that's a hard. Like I would have to say that name over and over to get it right. But yeah, the Schnees family. But whatever. Sum up the whole family. Like they what you would call them stuck up. This is going to be drag. I would be rather hunting Grim right now than going to fancy parties, but I understand, Aunt. When am I leaving? As about now. As the staff comes in to get Izuku into the car, as they drive him to the vehicle, they're taking a I don't know what they would take. They would take some kind of air transport to get there faster. Let's just say they're far away from the where it's located. Where this takes place, it's a sorry, private property. It's a it's a rich person party it's a building just for events like this, and it's like surrounded by a gate and then the wilderness. So it's part of their land. They just throw parties there instead of throwing it at the main house. Oh, sorry, before I forget, Jack, have fun. As Jack's like, I highly doubt that. As the plane or the vehicle, the flying vehicle, whatever. I don't like. I know they have a couple flying vehicles, but I'm trying to make sense for the story because it would be too long of a car ride. So whatever. As they land, as he sees, gets back into another car and drives to the location or to the property. As he sees, not as he's like, Jack's like, not smart, isolated, easy target. As he's thinking that in his head, I could infiltrate this whole thing and massacre a whole lot of people if I did something to that degree. If only there was only if only there was White Fang in there, then it would be more interesting. But unfortunately, I have to sit through probably boring talks. Sir, we're here. As he gets out of the car, as he sees the fountain, of course, he gets to the main door as there's someone standing out front. Invitation, please. As he gives him, as he hands the invitation. Jack Rosefield. We've been expecting your arrival. We we weren't sure if someone from your family would show. You don't. Your family doesn't go to these things very often. My apologies, sir. My aunt could be quite. She's she were she gets quite busy at times. It's understandable. Please come this way, sir. As they direct him into, as they walks in, as he sees, the event's all going. People are dancing, and there's lots of talk of politics and all the topics that rich folks would have. How well their businesses are going, and talking about how the fondnesses are complaining about their wages and all that, business stuff that they, constantly like to talk about while drinking for some reason. So, as some staff contact Mrs. and Mr. Schnees when the Rosefield was when if a Rose will come to inform them of their arrival, as they whisper in their ear as they as they apologize to the couple they were talking to, as they walk over to Jack. Now, before we continue on, I don't remember their names at all, so I'm just gonna call them Mr. and Mrs. Sneeze from now on because I don't know their name right now. I would have to go back and research it more, try to find clips of them saying their name or read it off the internet or something like that. A simple Google search would fix that, but don't have time for that right now. So let's continue on. As Weiss's father comes up to Ezekiel, well, not Ezekiel, but sorry, Jack, as he's like, Rosefield, you're the first of your family to actually attend to a Schnees get together." As he introduced himself as Jack, as I am Jack Rosefield. My apologies for my aunt's appearance. Not appearance, apologize to my aunt's not appearance. She was busy, so I'm here in her stead. As he does the whole greeting with the Shanice. As sorry, Weiss's mother, Mrs. Schnee, and she's like, it's like you have very beautiful eyes. As she knows the bright, it's not glowing, but he has a red chrisman color eye set for his eye color. As he's like, "Thank you, Mrs. Shanice. I get that from my father, Rin Rosefield." And she's like, "Yeah, I must, my condolences. I heard the news. Such terrible, tragic news." As she's doing the whole sympathy thing because she honestly feels bad. because she met him a few times, and he was always nice. So, because Luna was always trying to get Ren to do these party things, but he's like, no. So she ends up not going to any of them. So she's forcing Ezekiel to go to one to go to these events because she doesn't want to go to it because she would have to explain her the way she looks, how young she looks, even though she's she wasn't. Sorry, she is not that younger than her deceased brother. So Jack's father. As Jack's device goes off, my apologies, Miss Schneeze. I have to take this. Please excuse me. As they agree. As Jack walks out the balcony. As he turns on the device. Hi, Ruby. Jack. I just sorry. I haven't heard from you while. I was just getting worried. I'm fine, Ruby. I'm just at an event. She's like, your outfit's quite nice. Where are you at? At a party. She starts laughing. It's not funny, Ruby. You at a party? Sorry, what kind of party? One of those rich type parties. She busts up laughing even more. Yang, get this. Jack's at a fancy rich man's party. As you hear Yang starts laughing in the background. Sorry, guys. Need to stop it for a second. Ah, stupid thing. Give me a second. Ruby's still laughing as she's saying, "I'm surprised they haven't kicked you out yet." As as Ruby stops, sorry, Jack, but it's funny. You're not the party type or people type in general. Is there a reason you called me? Uh, Sorry, Ruby? No, I just kind of wanted to hear your voice. We haven't talked in a while, like I said. So Jack, what you been doing recently? As Jack's like, not pretty much, nothing really much. I have to do training every morning, then do schoolwork for a good amount of the day, then more training afterwards, then sparring, then go to sleep, then do the whole day over again. That's pretty much all I do. My aunt said this little party thing was a little break for me for all the hard work apparently, but I think she just wanted to put me in this place because she didn't want to go. Well, I should probably let you go. I have to get back to this event because it won't look good on my family if I just isolate myself outside the whole time. As Ruby gives her, pouty face look. I know that look, Ruby. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to work on me. Fine. I'll call you after it's done. If you're still up, that is. If it's at least not too late. Fine, I'll promise. Yes, Ruby, I promise. Man, you're being pushy today. As they hang up, as Izuku, sorry, as Jack gets back into the building, as one of the staff walks up to Jack, sir, would you like a beverage? A beverage? Yeah, you know what I mean, a drink. So, as he's like, yeah, but non-alcoholic, please. Yes, sir. Of course. I'll be right back. As he goes, to get some non-alcoholic drinks because Izuku's not about to drink that. Not Izuku, but Jack, because he doesn't like alcohol. He, not fond of drunks. We cut to the sneeze as they're across the room. Sorry, Jackson eye shot of Winter and her mother and Weiss. Sister, if you're bored, then why don't you just dance with one of the guests here? I mean, there's probably someone around your age. Are you serious, Winter? These losers? No way. I'm not dancing with some old fossil, and a one to my age are just straight up losers. I have standards, sister. As she caught, as she, sorry, as Jack caught her eye right away, as he's like, "Thank you for the drink." As he drinks it as he hands the glass over to the waiter as he takes it away. Sister, do you know who that is? As she points at Jack. No, I don't think I. He's new. Mother, do you know? Yeah. Oh, as she sees. Oh, that's He's from He's a member of the Rosefields. The Rosefields. As Weiss is like, the Rosefield hasn't attended to one of our parties ever. Yeah, sup. I don't know what happened, but he's attending the party in his aunt's. All right, in his aunt's place. What's his first name, Mother? Jack Rosefield. Interesting. I'm gonna go over and meet him. As she walks over, she gets up as she walks over there. As Winter rolls her eyes, and he's like, "Wonder, Mom. I wonder how long before he starts running." As they both laugh because Ruby's not Ruby, but Weiss is not very nice to people. As she sorry, as she walks over to Jack, as she taps him on the shoulder, as Jack looks at her, as sorry, Weiss, no Weiss, as Weiss does a gesture. I am Weiss Schnees, and you are, as Jack's like Jack Rosefield. As she reaches out her hand in a gesture, you may ask, as she just plainly announce, you may ask me to dance now. As Jack looks at her like, okay. As he takes her hand as they get on the dance floor. You dance pretty well, Jack. You dance well. You act polite. So far, what I've seen. And you follow orders. You have potential. As Jack's like, what do you mean by that? Nothing. Just, just shut up and take the compliment. As they continue dancing throughout the night. So, Jack, what academy are you attending to go if you want to go if you're going at all? She's like, Beacon. Me too. Maybe we'll see each other at the academy. I'll be looking forward to that. As they separate, as she goes back to sit with her sister. So, told you you'd dance with someone you have fun. As she smiles, I had fun. In that moment, as some hours pass, as we're still with Weiss, sis, I can't believe you did that. As Winter's like, what? You danced with him, so I might as well did it myself. See what all the fuss was about. Gotta say, he's a quite nice dancer. You, you shouldn't be yelling at me. Mom did the exact same thing. As Weiss is just getting upset about that because that's just her personality right now. As Ezekiel, sorry, not Ezekiel, force a habit. Jack walks out the balcony again as he gets some bit of a fresh air. Jesus, almost danced with the whole Schnee family. Thank God that didn't happen. As he's just breathing in and out, as he heard a loud bang as he heard gunshots, as he rushes back in, as he sees a lot of white Fang members all around the building. Well, the party. As Jack sees Mrs. Shinee hand the two weapons over to her two daughters, as Jack sees Winter go full on blast, attacking any White Fang members, as you have Shinee trying to protect her mother. As she's fighting some of the Red Fang members, as she's getting outnumbered, and she's still trying to protect her mother. As one of them got her off her sorry, they caught her off guard as he sliced upwards, cutting her face, giving her the scar. As she has bloody vision on one side, as the guy's about to slam down his sword, down, cutting Weiss into half if it hit her. As her mom's yelling for help, as the blade stops. As he stops the blade with his hand, as he activates some of his scales on on his palm. He's able to activate his scales on command. So there's some are still on, will be on him all the time, but he's able to activate the rest of them when he wants to. That's how he found that out during one of his trainings with Raven. Ezekiel looks down at Weiss. You alright? As she nods, as her mother tries to bandage, start to put pressure on her eye. As you have Mr. Sneeze or whatever, yeah, he's cowering behind somewhere. So yeah, he's not much of a he's a coward. So you shouldn't have come here, White Fang. As the guy's eyes widen as he looks at he has a clear look of Jack. It can't be. As he grabs onto his face, lifts him up, throws him over to the side, as he hits the wall, as a pitcher hits him on the top of the head, as he gets knocked out. The frame hit him in the head, so it knocked him out. It was a heavy frame, so yeah, he's knocked out. As one of the White Fang yells out, "You know our orders, boys. Kill everyone with white hair." As they're trying to knock off the Chinese family altogether. The Chinese. As Jack's eyes glow red. As Weiss saw Jack one time and he was gone the next. As you see several White Fangs just getting flown in the air as blood's going everywhere as Jack's taking the trash out. As everyone sees Jack kneeling down, as he looks straight, as he sees several White Fangs surrounding Winter, as she's doing her best to keep her to win without being overwhelmed, as they're all ganging up on her. As Izuku's eyes still glowing, as his fingernails gets a little more pointier, as he punctures himself, as he creates his blood scythe, as he slowly walks over to them. As Jack jumps up, as he lands in the middle, right next to Winter. As she got surprised, down Winter. As she goes down, as Jack swings his scythe around to a full circle, decapitating all the killing all the White Fang members, all at once. As everyone stops fighting, as they all look on Jack as Winter gets up as so Winter and her sister sees all the pure fear that they have on their face when they look at Jack. It can't be. No. Sir, we have a major problem. Jack the Ripper's here. I'm already here, you idiots. As you see a man with red hair with a some sort of white mask over his face walking through the entryway. So you're the one called Jack the Ripper. As as he walks up to closer to Jack. You've done a lot of carnage. Call me impressed. So you're the boss man here. You're as good as dead. As Jack and Adam are walking in a circle, as they're just facing off, as Adam's like, very well. Let's see how long you last. As he slowly unsheaths his sword, as he gets into a fighting stance. You could avoid all this if you simply hand over the Schnees family. I could forget this. This encounter. Jack the Ripper. Shut up and fight. As as Jack gets in a fighting stance. And as we're going to have probably stop it there. I was trying to get more into it, but yeah, we're going to have to stop it there. So, because I want to do something with this fight scene, I think. I have a couple ideas, but I'll worry about that later. But hope you guys have a good night and day judging my time, son. All right, bye.